I am made of fear. When I awaken, the world is bright and wet and loud. I cling to him when he gets me down because he is warm and he is alive and I am alone. But he pushes and scratches and hits. I am made of wonder and delight. The world is colorful, full of the sweet scents of flowers and pine, the song of birds, the caress of the wind. I want to see and feel and smell all the living things, take them in my arms. When he finds me, all I feel is the sharp crack of his cane. I have gone too far, he says. I mustn't be seen. If I am seen, I will be killed. I am made of the flesh of dead things, dug up from the earth. This I know, because he says so. He made me, created me from things he found, sewn together against their will, sparked to life in violent fire from the skies. He regrets his creation. He has explained that the dead things in me are what makes me ugly, stupid, defective, incomplete. I call him Father. He calls me failure. He curses me for being alive, yet he was the one who made me this way. I try to please him in every way, but nothing is enough. I am made of bitter disappointment. Pain is my only companion, the only thing which remains after everything else is gone. Some of the pain I was made with, cut and stitched into my flesh, but most of it was given to me by his science and his fists, and the more broken I am, the more he hates me. The more he hates me, the more he breaks me. And I bite my tongue and say nothing, because more than anything else, I still want him to love me. But he has made me a thing he is incapable of loving, a thing no one is capable of loving. When he finally thinks I am dead at his hands one day, I crawl away, because I have decided I would rather be alive than be loved. I am made of hunger and rags and bone and shadows. I hide and cower and starve. I try to beg, but receive more sneers than coin. I cannot sell my body, because it is broken, twisted, large, ugly. I move in the night, searching through other people's refuse. At first, I do it for food, but as time goes by, I find pretty things. I find the way they fit together, and I build animals and dolls. I sell them on the market, and I love the delight of the little children who receive them as presents, more than I like the money. I am made of hope and fear. I gather all the coin I do not use for food. There is eventually enough for a stall and then a shop. I make larger dolls, mannequins, statues. People come from all over the world to see my work. They bring me stones and silver and clay and wax for me to work with, making creatures of beauty they have never seen before, hoping that some of it attenuates the ugliness of my skin. And it does, to an extent. Though the parents are still wary, the children's smiles are turned toward me, toward my twisted, broken hands, still capable of weaving wonders which still live in my heart, in my mind, in my eyes. Their voices and exclamations fill my heart, and even though I am alone when I lock the doors and turn out the lights at night, I am content. I learned to make limbs to replace the broken and missing parts of myself. They are no longer dead, broken things. I make them dazzling, colorful, brilliant, and they help me feel at ease with the rest of my body. I walk a bit taller. I learn to smile. I am made of light, and the first true pieces of myself. The first time I meet another like me, he is just a child. He's not made of dead things, but he's made of violence and pain, and I can see it burning behind his eyes. The first time I meet another like me, he's just a child. He is not made of dead things, but he is made of violence and pain, and I can see it burning behind his eyes. It is his heart which needs mending, and I invite him in, setting to the task diligently. I have never attempted to fix a heart before. It is a delicate thing, a heart. A spark of joy here, a silken patch of love there, all tied together with a thin, golden thread of hope. It is the best I can do, and it is so very fragile, as all hearts are. I cannot repay you, he says. I have nothing. You are worth it. Do you need a place to stay? You can be my assistant. But I cannot create lovely things like you do. You are valued because of who you are, not because of what you can do. I am made of compassion and love for others who would know my pain. Others come afterwards, the beaten, the broken, bruised by life, the ones who were cast out, rejected. I mend their clothes, their bodies, and their minds, building new parts from the beautiful, discarded things, and most of all, we fill each other's loneliness. I am made of the warmth of my own hearth, and of the love of those I have chosen as my family. We are each other's children, and siblings, and parents, all the people who should have loved us, but didn't, all the people who should have supported us, who should have understood us, but didn't. We share each other's pain, our history, our need for love and companionship, and I have gathered them all. I am father now. I am home. I will love and be loved with no conditions.